of woman, that is the word for the weekend. If I had to describe the weekend in one word, it would be woman. Why women? Why woman? Woman, lady, female. I literally just got off the road and I'm back to the grind already. That's just how I am. Anyway, this weekend I went to a women's retreat at church that I've known since I was a little girl. Ebenezer AME Church in Fort Washington, Maryland. This was my first one in 9 years. And when I went in 2014, I was dealing with grief, noticeable grief. I had just lost my cousin and wasn't feeling the best. And after going, I felt better. This weekend, wasn't even there at the retreat for the full day. I was there, I think, the first or second workshop, led by Bishop Vashti McKenzie. And she told a story, about biblical story, in a way that I have never heard before. I know the story, I've heard the story before, but never in the way she told it. It was the story of Joseph. And didn't know that he was in his transition of what he was going through, from him being sold into slavery, and then to him getting to his position in life that God had ordained for him. And she said the time limit of all that happening. She said 37 years. My ears perked up, because if she started with God will pick you wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and she talked about Joseph not being in the most desirable situation, but in that undesirable position or place or ordeal or life, God was preparing. He was getting prepared for what God had for him. I said, okay, I got what I needed for the retreat, from the retreat. I'm ready to go home. No, I wasn't really ready to go home. But that, I took that, and I was like, okay, because as you know, if you have followed along, especially the last 2 years, you know that I have been in this transition, and it's been, you've heard the ups, you've heard the downs, and you've heard sometimes that I'm not, it's not desirable. So just hearing that made me want to change my mind and my thought process of me still currently being in an undesirable state, in an undesirable place and position in life. Weekend went on. There was more things that were said that were pertinent, were important. That was definitely number one. And then there was something I have been questioning. I have had a question about for the last 3 years. And in the young adult women's breakout, I felt that this was the opportunity to ask my question, to get another answer, or a biblical answer, or a spiritual answer. And it was answered in ways that I already thought myself, but I still today, this was Saturday, I still have questions. I'm I accept and I received what was said, because some of that was said was some things I had already been thinking about the situation. So I guess it was confirmation, but it also changed how I felt about something else, and I felt prompted to do something. I'm not gonna go into that. Um, I just felt convicted that I needed to do something that was connected to my question that I've had for the last 3 years of a situation that's been going on in my life. Sorry about that. My phone was acting up. But yeah, so I went, so after the young adult breakout, went back to the closing service for the retreat, and Reverend Gina Stewart preached, and the sermon topic was "I'm done." Really can't remember everything that she spoke on, but at the end, she had those who were done come up to the altar and dance to being done. And I went up, my mother went up. Then after, hug a sister next to you. So I hugged some other ladies that were around me. I hugged my aunt, and I hugged my mother. And when I hugged my mother, I got emotional. I don't know, like, emotion just overwhelmed me. And then she said something about pain. I remember hearing the word pain, and that made me wail. Like I wailed. Um, while hugging my mother. Then I got myself together. Um, it was good for the rest of the day, but I was thinking and processing the whole day. Then Sunday, woke up, was fine, and got to church, was fine. Got to the sanctuary, again, emotions overwhelmed me, and was crying, and I kept crying, and I kept crying. So I got up, I went to the bathroom, and met a young lady, Miss Mona. She spoke some words to me, encouraged me, that helped me. I calmed down, got myself together, went back to the sanctuary, overwhelmed with emotion again. Like, what's going on? Why in the sanctuary why is all this emotion coming from me? And I didn't know, at the time, I didn't know why. Maybe subconsciously it was a little bit of still processing the previous day. And that sermon for that Women's Day, for Sunday, was necessary endings. And I guess that further was connected to everything that I heard, and questions I asked. I guess I needed to hear it, but didn't necessarily didn't want to hear it. So I know that the last part I talked about the last women's retreat that I went to in 2014. I left feeling better than I came. I necessarily this year, I necessarily feel worse than when I came. I necessarily didn't feel better than when I came. It's just a process of change of mindset. That's what I have to work on. A change of mindset of the way things are in my life. What I'm dealing with in my life. Whether good, bad, or indifferent. And then I went down to where I used to live, Portsmouth, Virginia. And saw some of my favorite people. Hey, Butterfly. Hey, Gumbo Mom. Whatever you want to be called. Hey, Alicia. My girl, Chloe. Hey, Chloe. Thanks for the food. Y'all, and if y'all are from Portsmouth, Virginia, or the surrounding areas, and you live there, y'all need to make your way to George Washington Highway in Portsmouth, Virginia, and visit M-Ray's Chicken and Seafood. It will change your life. That's free, y'all. That's free. That's free. It will change your life. I haven't had it in almost a year, and I'm happy I had it. It made me feel better. It made me feel better. I'm a foodie. I'm greedy, so food makes me feel better. Food is medicine to me. And sometimes, if you see my stomach, you see that it is. And that was good. But there were some parts of the city that I couldn't go to, wasn't ready to go to. But being down in Virginia Beach was good overall. I then went back up to Maryland, and I stayed with my Aunt Linda, and I thank her for opening her home to me and our talk and her encouragement. I forgot. While I was in Portsmouth, I got to see my other aunties, Aunt Nay and Aunt Elma. It was good to see y'all, good to sit and talk with y'all, and just be in your presence. Just all the women that I was in their presence this weekend. That's why the word for this weekend is women, ladies, females. I'm going to try to remember everybody that I had a direct conversation with over the weekend. I named one. Bishop Vashti McKenzie, thank you. Reverend Trish Smith, thank you. Reverend Tyra, thank you. You was always, ever since I met you, you was always that one. Jasmine, thank you. Renee, thank you. Reverend Marissa Farrell, thank you. Did I say Renee? Renee, media, yeah, I think I did. Thank you. Thank you for always loving me. Thank you for your encouragement as well. Aunt Linda, thank you. Aunt Nay, Aunt Elma, Alicia, Chloe, Mom, Grandma, Aunt Lynn, thank you. I just want to say give a shout out to all those women that I spent this mind-altering weekend with. Oh, wait, I forgot one more person. The visionary, the lady of the weekend. That is the visionary of what this weekend is, what this past weekend was, for the last 39 years. Reverend Joanne Browning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's life-changing. Thank you for being obedient to your call. Thank you for being obedient to your assignment. Thank you for your vision. I just thank you. If you tune in next week, I'm going to look a little different. As always, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be the daylight in someone else's life and enjoy the daylight in yours. And I thank you for watching. Yeah, I think that's it. I wanted to say something else, but I can't remember right now. Oh, be open. Be open. Because you never know who will be there to support you with your openness and you being open. That's all I have to say. Peace.